how to use Fireflies.ai in your construction business. There's so many AI tools out there at the moment that we could do a mammoth long video on all the different tools. Today I just want to talk to you about one tool, Fireflies.ai, but how you can have multiple use cases out of it. We're actually going to focus on 5 really good use cases for your construction business. Now, why do we need to use a tool like Fireflies? Well, you're probably scribbling notes on the back of a pad. Maybe you forget what clients talk to you about. Maybe you're chasing your VA for updates. It's not that you're lazy and you forget things, it's just sometimes your mind gets a little bit overloaded in construction. And what we really want is an AI tool that can really change how you run your construction business and make you really professional so you never forget a thing. And that tool is Fireflies.ai. Now, I use Fireflies every single day in my business. I love it. It records, it transcribes, it summarizes all my calls, all my voice notes, all my client meetings. All of that is done fully automatic. There's no tech skills needed. You literally just push the record button, so no setup headaches at all. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you 5 practical ways that you can use Fireflies in your construction business, whether you're quoting, whether you're managing your staff, or you're just trying to stay on top of the daily chaos. So let's get into it. Let's talk about use case number 1. The first use case, this one really is a no-brainer, is for your client estimate conversations. So this is when you first go and meet a potential client. Now, you know what happens. You go in there, you're trying to listen, you're trying to take notes, and you're trying to price it all up in your head all at once. Instead, what I want you to do is you're going to open the Fireflies app on your phone. You're just going to hit record and get the client's permission, and then you're just going to have a normal conversation. Now, what Fireflies will do is it will listen to that whole conversation. It will capture, what they want built, the scope. It will talk about the materials that they may prefer. You might get budget expectations in there. And one thing that I always talk about when you're first meeting a client, you're really going to understand their real concerns and their values. So let's imagine, for example, the client says, I've got 2 young kids. I really want this site to be clean and safe. Well, that's just not a build detail that you need to remember. That's actually your opportunity to tailor a brilliant USP for that when you send back your quote. So now you can be sending back a quote as a builder who runs Safe Site, a clean, organised and family-friendly site. So that's just one little use case of that. So try and use Fireflies.ai to capture the entire client conversation, because there'll be absolute gold in that initial appointment that you will not want to forget. And that's how you turn your quote into something that's really trustworthy. Now, once you've done that, once you've used it for use case number 1, you then want to use it for use case number 2, which is your scope of works creation. So after you've done the site walkthrough, again, instead of trying to remember and type everything up, you can speak into your Fireflies app and you're going to say, this was for a kitchen reno, the client wants shaker doors, matte black fixtures, fridge space to be widened, all that sort of stuff. You can just voice note it into Fireflies. It's then going to transcribe it, and then you could literally take that transcription, put it into ChatGPT, and then you can ask ChatGPT to turn that into a full scope of works creation for you. So something that might have taken you 45 minutes to an hour is literally done in 5. You haven't forgot anything, and you don't have to, double handle anything. It's all done nice quickly for you. It just works. So that's use case number 2. The third use case for Fireflies is for your site reports and daily logs. So let's just imagine it's 5:30 p.m. You're standing there in your van, you're tired, you're dirty, and you need to send a site update to your client. So instead of having to, write out a mammoth report, again, open up Fireflies, record a quick voice note, and you can just say, today we framed up the rear extension, the window supplier has been delayed again, rain expected tomorrow, so we're going to tarp everything up, blah, blah, blah. And you could just get that fully transcribed. Again, you can put that into ChatGPT, turn it into a really nice email, and send it straight out to the client. So that will give a nice site report and daily log. Not only can you do this, you really want your project managers or your site supervisors or anyone you've got on site to do exactly the same thing for you. Let them voice record something into Fireflies and then send you the full transcription or the summary of it in Fireflies so that you get a nice, clear breakdown. Use case number 4, you really want to use Fireflies for your staff interviews and your appraisals. So let's imagine you're hiring a new chippy or a new project manager. You want to make sure that you push record on that meeting. Now you can actually push record in Zoom if it's a virtual meeting, or again you can just push record on the app. And when you're doing this recording, once you've done it, you've got a full transcript. It's fully searchable, it's fully stored, so you can really use this to compare candidates. What I find really useful is when you've done, say, 3 or 5 interviews, you can take all those transcripts, you can take the job description, you can put it into ChatGPT, and then you can say, based on the transcripts, who is the person that matches this role the best, and it will analyze all those transcripts and tell you who is the best candidate for that job. So really, really useful for that sort of stuff. And basically you're again keeping track of everything that's promised or discussed in that interview. You've got a full record of it, so you don't have to remember. Real simple way of running a really professional team without those hours and hours of admin. The 5th case that you can use Fireflies for is not you using it, but you give it to your VAs or your admin team to do things for you. So rather than you making a call yourself, because you want to make sure that the call is done the right way, you can have your VA or your ops team handle all your supplier and your subcontractor calls for you, and they just have to record it on Fireflies. Now the benefit of that is you don't have to be on the call, but the other benefit is at the end of the call it can automatically get sent to you. So that transcription or the call summary gets sent to you. You can see exactly what the VA said to the supplier or the subby. You know when the materials are coming, what the price is, are there any delays, and you can just skim the AI summary, and then in that way you know nothing's got missed, and you're delegating but you're not losing control because you're seeing exactly what's been said. So it's a really, really useful tool. This particular AI tool, it's not about being super high tech here, just about you being very, very smart with your time. We know that as a builder you're probably drowning in all the admin and chaos, but the guys who manage to scale, they scale because they systemize. And Fireflies is really like having a little assistant sitting there next to you all day who's listening to every call, who remembers absolutely everything, never takes a day off, never forgets anything. It's absolutely brilliant. So if you were going to simplify this, just start with one use case, even if it's the client visits or the scope of work notes. Just start with that and then build it out from there, and then you'll see exactly how you can really use Fireflies in your day-to-day business. As a bonus as well, Fireflies has got some amazing integrations that you can use. So if you're using other project management tools like Notion or Asana, anything like that, or Slack, then you can integrate it into those and it will push those conversations straight into those apps for you, which can be an absolute game changer if you're using them well. So hope that helps. That's just one AI tool, but you've got 5 use cases there. So hope you found that helpful. Give us a like if you have, and leave me a comment as well if you've got any other AI tools that you're loving at the moment that you really enjoy.